Hi everyone, my name is Annie Olofsson, and I'm just going to tell you a little bit about my internship. So I did my internship at Mass Advocates for Children, which is a nonprofit located in Boston. They primarily focus on helping families of low income that are below the 200% line. They really focus on the special education process. So whether that be IEPs, 504s, evaluations, anything that has to do with the special education process, they're on top of. So kind of how it would work would be a family would call into their helpline, and there would be a group of advocates and attorneys that would take phone calls. And, you take the phone calls, do the intake, and they ask a series of questions to figure out if the family or if our attorneys or advocates could take a case. And then, they would go through the whole process. And once a family was accepted, and that was the advocate or attorney that they would use for the process until the time was up. There's a lot more specific things that kind of entail the whole process, but that's kind of just the basis of it. Yeah, so this is just my little page on our website. Kind of just talk more about the mission and the values. If you're interested in learning a little bit more about MAC, I recommend either going here or going to the website. These are just my learning goals that I had with my my internship. A big one was kind of seeing a case all the way through. That was like my big goal, is I wanted to see a case from the moment I took the phone call to the success at the end, and which I did get to, which is an amazing experience. So just kind of some responsibilities I had while I was there. I was kind of like the basic intern. I would take the helpline calls, obviously. I'd make about 2 to 3 calls a day, depending on the day. The time I did my internship, it seemed like everyone was calling so many times a day. So maybe, I think the maximum amount of calls I took one time was probably 5, but I'd fill out the intake forms, I'd touch base back with my supervisor, who was the senior attorney. We'd kind of talk through the case, and then I would call back the person and say, okay, these are your rights. This is what you have. This is what we can do for you, or these are my recommendations. And I would have to give the recommendations kind of on the spot, or, I'd be like, okay, give me a few minutes and I'll call you back. And I do a little quick research or touch base with a supervisor or a different attorney, and we just chat about the case. I was kind of just, I'd go to different meetings with everyone else. I do a lot of spreadsheets. I think I called over about 100 different evaluators just to see if they could be on our frequent caller list, and so that we could we could just recommend them to a caller right away. Like they were just on our top 100 list. I did a lot of that. Just a lot of researching. There was a lot of researching involved, but it was I had a great time. I learned a whole lot of information, just stuff I never would have thought to do, or laws that I've never even heard of, which were, it was a great experience, especially if you're going into education or even more so special ed, and you kind of need to know those laws, and in order to be better in the field. It's always very helpful to learn the laws. So yeah, that was kind of just my roles at MAC. And yeah, if anyone ever wants to reach out to me, I think Professor D. Giovanni can give them my contact. But yeah, that's really it.